Happy holidays, beautiful. I hope you had an incredible Thanksgiving, and forgive my filter today. I'm wearing yesterday's mascara because I'm enjoying the holidays and just being a bum. Maybe I can fix it up post-edit. How's this? How's this? How's this? How's this? Let's get into part 2 of The Other Way Tell-All. We pick back up with Ingy and Corona because in the last episode it ended with Ingy storming off the stage. Corona is still being obnoxious, I wouldn't expect anything less, so Sean asks Sarper to call him again, see if he can get him to come back on set.
You told me that you will come and speak your word.
I did.
But
I spoke my word.
As they are having their conversation, Sarper walks back onto set with Ingy on speakerphone so everyone can continue piling on him. What I don't understand is he did tell his side of the story. I don't know what else everyone wants from him. He said, I landed down in America and she was like a different person. I think that everyone knows when she stopped soft partnering him, he saw the real Corona and he didn't like the real Corona, and now she's bitter about it.
He's not a real man.
I admire you all guys, like you guys.
We don't admire you.
Yes.
Sean asked Corona to break down the timeline for when he got to America. She claims that when he got to America, she was super busy all the time. I have to assume she got back into school and was a full-time student.
I had like so much stuff going on in my life that I literally was like barely hanging on by a thread.
She says that they went to a park, and while they're sitting down discussing the possibility of getting into therapy, he randomly stood up, walked away, and she never heard from him again.
Literally just walked the out of my life. And I literally thought we were about to get married.
James tells her that all their time together was in vacation mode, and when he came and saw Corona being a real-life adult, he got scared.
He met a real adult woman, and he did not know how to handle it.
Yeah, he couldn't hang.
I still think that Ingy dodged a bullet. I know she seems to hate him, but she can't seem to stop talking about him, whether it's on the show or it's online. I'm not surprised at all that James and Sean are backing Corona. They're both worthless. Production reveals that Ingy will not be returning, but his friend, who has been beside him all this time, will join in on his behalf.
If Corona made one mistake, it was to not show him who she is really.
Who's gonna argue with that? She claimed from the get-go she was soft partnering him. She said it's not fair to unleash the beast. She literally said that. I'm not gonna go back and find it because I don't have time, but she did. Her family says she was super wild. They joked that Ingy was gonna wanna bring her back to the States, drop her back off at home, and they said that they didn't want her either.
I mean, it's like he's been saying here. It's the perception that she was not the same person.
Okay, how many times does he have to repeat the same thing? Whether she thinks she did anything wrong or not, he didn't feel the same.
But this far in, it's like you've been hoodwinked.
He didn't get hoodwinked, I got hoodwinked. His friend very calmly is trying to tell Ingy's side of the story, and now she's yelling at him. Oh my gosh, it's no wonder that he walked away and never said anything to her again. I don't blame him for wanting nothing to do with her. I don't even want to watch her, let alone be her friend or date her. I just can't believe that Sarper was the only person on that stage not to fall for her sob story.
He truly experienced what the future would be, and he backed out of it.
Woo! That one hurt. He saw what the future would be like with you, and he backed out of it. My goodness, I'm sure she's gonna take this really well and spend a nice healthy amount of time doing some self-reflection.
No, that's not true.
No, I guess not. Let's bring out Corona's family to stir the pot. Rona family, come on down.
I'm really not surprised. I feel like he didn't take the relationship serious.
I don't think he really put in a lot of effort.
All the ladies agree that Ingy wasn't the one for her because he didn't make a greater effort. It's almost like he didn't care. COVID, what do you think the reason is that Ingy left you die on a bench? Cause he's a weak punk who can't take responsibility for anything. I hate his guts. He's a turd nugget, Sean. A turd nugget.
The only thing that we can do is move on. So,
wow, thanks for nothing, everybody. What a colossal, worthless waste of everybody's life. And now I get to sit here and talk about it. They go to break and everybody is supporting Corona, saying, I can't believe he just walked off and never came back. Even Sarper is telling her she was the one in the right. I honestly don't care about Corona's situation anymore. Even if Ingy screwed up, I just don't care.
let's move on now to Joanne and Sean.
Tell me, you tiny little man, how the flip are you in America right now? I thought you weren't allowed in. Huh? You one of those lying leprechauns?
It's a green card.
He's a resident of the United States now.
Congratulations.
Yay!
Oh, welcome to America, Sean. I'm so glad that you could make it. If you're ever in the neighborhood, let me know so I could leave.
They actually made a mistake and that I shouldn't have been banned.
So you thought you were banned.
These morons could have been together in America the entire time, sparing her kids and family. Why am I not surprised?
Does your daughter know you're here?
My daughter thinks I'm in England.
I lied to me daughter because I'm a lying leprechaun. And I have all these thirsty women bamboozled. Not so fast, you McGregor poser. We have Joanne's mother here to ruin the vibey vibrations.
I always thought we had a very close relationship, and I was very hurt by Joanne.
He told me that he wanted me to know all along. Are you saying that it was Joanne who was keeping all these secrets?
Like, if this was my mom, I probably would want to keep some things from her, too.
Uh-oh. Shaquifa has to get in on this cat fight, cougar fight, plastic fight.
You were going to go move to Turkey and leave your daughter behind?
Oh, wow. If you think you're going to play that card, then I will tell you this. I would never treat my daughter the way that you treat your daughter.
There's no way in hell I would let her talk to my mom like that. My mom's a bit much too.
She just came for me about my mother.
Oh, we've got Corona in the fight too. Where's Tata? Tata, you want some more screen time? Nothing? No? I guess her lip is stuck on her tooth or something. Sean throws up the flashback of Joanne breaking the news to her kids, and she starts saying that it hurts her so bad seeing the pain on her children's faces. But if she had to do it again, she still wouldn't tell them.
I definitely would have told them sooner.
But not before.
No, not before, no. No,
We find out that they're gonna have a real wedding, but Joanne wants it to be in Ireland so she can get married in a castle with a giant raven perched beside her. How romantic.
And your father knows that his daughter is married.
No.
Secrets, they're so fun. She keeps them from everyone. I couldn't tell my dad because it would have hurt his tiny little feelings. He's not aggressive like my mom. I would have broke his heart.
Easier to tell your mom because you thought maybe she'll just get angry, but your dad, you thought you might break his heart.
Yeah.
Oh, well, good job, Joanne. All those crystals and psychic practices have clearly prepared you to handle this situation to the best of your ability. Moving on. Hey, Shania, remember when you stormed off the stage? During that time, we learned that Sarper and Dee Dee actually spoke quite a bit after their hookup.
Let's take a look at one particular exchange that Dee Dee had on her phone from Sarper.
Okay, I need to remind everyone that after they revealed all this information, we learned that all of this took place before him and Shekinah even met. Like, why are we digging into old messages? It shows the exchange, a picture of Sarper and him saying, "When are you coming over?" Like, what a horrific, disgusting text message.
But what's the date on that? How long?
Before Shekinah.
Why are we digging into his past? We already knew he slept with anything that had a pulse, and now he's sleeping with this vampire who has no pulse. So who cares? I sent that picture to every woman I knew. Wow, Sarper, you look incredible. Do you still look like that today? What? I'm sorry, but no married woman would ever be asking that to another man. Ever. Do you want me to take off my shirt, Sean?
If you take it off, I'm taking my dress off.
Okay, then definitely take it off.
Go.
Excuse me, James? What? You want Shekinah to take her dress off? Now I can see why Tata is so nervous about him cheating. What an idiot. You know, those crystals would probably work a lot better if you just take them off and shove them down your throat so you can't speak. That's the most use you'll ever get out of those things.
You were asking Dee Dee if she was in Turkey.
Because you want me to find a therapist.
Everyone is shocked that Sarper would think it's okay to get therapy from someone that he slept with. Naturally, he doesn't see the problem with it and says, "You never placed any conditions on my therapist."
That was not a condition, babe. We didn't talk that.
I didn't think I would have
I
to
found a
say
therapist.
I'm so happy that I was able to stir up so much strife between the two of you. Now we can change topics and talk about Shekinah's massive face.
He had me dissolve all my fillers. I mean, everything he's
So your
told me
face
to
now
do.
is fillerless.
Correct, except for my lips.
Corona is rolling her eyes like, "Girl, please." Which I think was everyone's impression. I think I said in my last recap, her face absolutely looks bigger.
I've seen what your face looked like before all this, and I don't think all that filler is dissolved.
You're entitled to your opinion, but these are my cheekbones and my chin. No filler, no implants. Shekinah tells everyone that she doesn't have any plans to change her appearance again, except for a tattoo.
Sarper's getting a tattoo on our wedding day of my lips on his neck, and I'm getting his name on my neck.
Don't do it.
Everyone tells her what a stupid idea this is. Anything could happen with them. I told her the same thing. I don't want her to do it, Shekinah!
I also believe in manifestation. So
Don't care. Next question. We have another time-wasting clip to show everybody. Here's Sharpie trying to talk Shalipa into eating a boiled dong.
put it down. Don't touch it. No, it looks like the worst I've ever seen.
So stupid. Oh my gosh. Sharpie explains it's called Sherdane, and it's actually an internal organ despite its appearance. Moving on. James and Tata, let's keep beating this dead horse and talk again about how jealous Tata is.
You mentioned that, like Sarper, you are not allowed to have any female friends.
James says that it was a condition she put on him, and he was happy to do it to prove to her that he didn't need any other girls in his life.
We need to talk about something that happened a few months back. Natalia accused James of cheating.
It cuts to a flashback of a scene that was never included on the original show. When they were in Indonesia, Tata sat down with her sister and revealed that James had cheated by watching a video of girls dancing in bikinis.
Who here thinks James cheated?
No.
No.
Absolutely not. I'm sorry.
Ridiculous.
Tata says yes, it is cheating because he is following these girls on social media. Why are you following these women, James? Probably because it's women dancing in bikinis.
I'm gonna be honest about it.
Okay, I think you've just lost Shekinah's support.
Yeah, mine too,
But
honestly.
to be honest,
James tells everyone that since this happened, he deleted the account and gave Tata all the passwords and location. That's wonderful. Have you come up with a plan to move back to Indonesia? He tells them once again they had financial issues, so the timeline is currently 6 months. Moving on. Guess what, everyone? Josh's brother is here to remind us how much of a loser Josh is. Jared, come on down.
Jared, come on out. Hi, Jared.
Hi.
Want to say hi to your brother?
Everyone notices how excited Lily looked when Jared came out, and when they make a comment, she responds by saying how handsome he is.
Is that why you guys aren't having sex?
Yes. Okay.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
I love piling on. Let's keep it going by bringing out Lily's daughter. Hi, Vivian. I would love for you to tell us how much you hate Josh.
Why don't you my mom? Why?
This has got to be the biggest bunch of misfits I have ever seen on this stage. I thought that it was so wildly inappropriate that she said that, and no one had a problem with it. They thought it was hilarious. She goes on to say that sometimes he does feel like family to her, but the relationship feels like her and Josh are like the same age, and he's like Lily's son. Then she drops the bomb that a couple days ago, her mom told her that they were getting a divorce.
是的，我说过。
Actually, I hear it quite a bit.
He says Lily is constantly telling him that she wants a divorce. She says that she doesn't love him. She says she hates him. And she goes, no. When he's around other people, he says all this stuff and he behaves so nicely. But in private, he's a jerk. He never even smiles at her. The cast is telling Josh it sounds like she was desperate to do anything to get you to fight for her and show some real passion. But he explains that she screams divorce so often, it just doesn't mean anything to him anymore. He doesn't care.
He turned to me and said, I want a divorce. It would take once.
Yeah, and that's why I reached out to an attorney.
Lily reveals that for his parents' 50th wedding anniversary, she flew out because she wanted to celebrate with them. She claims that Josh began scolding her for holding his hand too tight, saying that she was acting like a man, being very disrespectful towards him. Then he told her that she wasn't allowed to participate in the celebration and she had to stay in another hotel.
She's the one that tells me she wants to leave, and I tell her, don't leave.
He says that Lily is lying about everything, and at this point, the entire cast and all of us are wondering, why are they even together? I've asked this before. How did they make it this far? How did they even make it to marriage? They can't even talk together. They have to use a translator. Sorry, I'm stuttering a whole bunch. I think of everyone that I've seen on this show so far, these two, this couple has to be the strangest relationship that I've seen. Not the weirdest couple, the grossest couple, the most sensational couple. They are just the strangest couple to me. Sean ends the show and everyone walks off set. However, production on Lily's end is asking her if she still wants to be with Josh.
I'm not buying it. Whatever they're selling.
Come back to set, please. Lily wants to talk to you. He sits down and she tells him that seeing all the couples sitting together and holding each other's hands makes her jealous. She wants that with them. She apologizes to him for saying that every time I get angry, I tell you that I want to get a divorce and I hate you. I'm sorry. It's actually my dream for us to grow old together.
Let's go for 8.
We got it.
Ugh, no, you guys are so miserable. It cuts to Joe and Sean telling each other how relieved they are that this is all over, but now they have to deal with breaking the news to her dad, which will be another huge ordeal. James is telling Tata that he's scared to bring Angel to the US, and immediately Tata has to remind him that she is her family and she stands with her family.
Has this brought us backwards?
Yeah.
Then it cuts to Sarper and Shekinah. Sarper is telling us that as much as he loves Shekinah, he also feels like she is a curse in his life for sleeping with so many women.
90 days is a good time of period to understand whether I'm doing the right or not.
Fear not, this will not be the last of Sarper and Shekinah! They are going to be the next Gino and Jasmine. I think they're going to be on several future seasons, so don't worry. There's going to be more. Aren't you excited to see what Shekinah is going to do to her face next? I hope you guys have an incredible evening. I love you so much, and I will see you in next week's episode. Bye! Okay, so before I go, in the other season of 90 Day Fiance, before the 90 days, it was about Joe saying to Magda, we may not be sexually compatible, which in my mind was a super lame excuse. I ended up asking my husband because I wanted a male's perspective on the compatibility issue. So here it is. Do you feel like a lot of the experience, whether it's a good or a bad experience, rides on the women or the woman contributing in your exchange?
Of course.
Like how so?
Well, I think
Like what would make it bad? Let me ask you that. What would make it bad?
if they just lay there like a fish and there was no sound, no movement,
Like they're just a corpse.
yeah, like I mean, if the woman's into it and you can tell that she's enjoying it as much as you.
Okay, but what about as far as sensation goes?
I like it all.
Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, what is less enjoyable?
Oh,
I don't know if it was a coworker or if it was a friend, and he was telling you that he really likes this girl that he's with.
my buddy, he said, but she just lays there
Yeah, she just like
like a dead fish. And then he said the one girlfriend he had that was bad for him, he knew, but she was incredible in bed. I don't understand when people say that one is incredible. I've told you this before, and you can put this absolutely in your video. I think well over 50% of it is because I'm in love with you.
Oh.
And I'm super excited because I'm with a woman that I think is stunning, beautiful, and has an incredible body.
You're trying to get lucky right now? Okay, well, this debate started because there's a new couple that was just introduced, and she has told him she really wants to wait a little bit. She's been cheated on in the past. She just wants to make sure that he's the real deal first before she gets. So they haven't done it, but he's really pressuring her to do it, and he's like, we need to find out if we're sexually compatible first before we get married.
And what I would say to that guy, that couple, I would tell her, kick him to the curb, because if he truly loves her, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. Now, if she tells him, if he's got a high sex drive and she wants to do it once a month or every other month, then yeah, they need to know how their sex drive is. If she's doing it because she wants to truly wait and make sure that this is her love of her life, her soulmate,
yeah,
I completely respect that. It could be that he finally gets what he wants, and then all of a sudden he's like,
well, and
I'm not attracted to you.
She's really hot too, so I think he just really wants to get in
Well,
there.
I'm sure he does, but the point is sometimes guys, that happens. They get it, and then all of a sudden they thought they were totally attracted to the person, and now they're like, I don't know if I want to spend my life with that person. And you talk to a lot of guys. Guys don't want to marry the woman that's easy, because he's like, if she's easy with me, how many times was she easy before me?
Yeah, it's not wife material.
And then she's going to probably screw around on me because she was easy. Yeah, but if he's pressuring her, I would tell her, if I was her friend, if I was her brother especially, I'd say, look, you're beautiful. And if he truly loves you, he'll wait. And for somebody to say that, how many grandma and grandpas waited till they were married?
I know.
And have never divorced? We don't.
And in every other culture, a lot of them wait.
And that's the other thing. That's why God commands you to be a virgin, because what are you comparing it to? There is nothing else to compare it to. It is incredible. You have it and you're like, this is incredible.
Yeah, when I hear guys saying, I don't know if we're gonna be compatible, to me that immediately sounds like a horrible excuse.
It is. I want it now.
It's like terrible manipulation. It's not even good manipulation.
It's not. That's exactly what I think. I'm like, dude, that's the best you can come up with.
Exactly.
You know, how about you say you got a 13.5-inch long and you want to see if you're going to rip the person apart?
I feel like a lot of the experience does ride on the man, because if it's really incredible, then she's going to be enjoying it. So then he's going to be enjoying it more because she's enjoying it a whole bunch. So I'm like,
that's right.
If anything, she's probably wondering if you're okay.
And the other thing is, you know, if he says if we're compatible, well, if he has a 4-inch penis, maybe he needs to let her know that.
Yeah, maybe he's got like
I've got a really small weenie and you might not like this.
I could understand that. Like if you have a micro penis or something, you need to share that.